the worst redesigns of all time.
The change you want to see in the world. Well, I'm pretty sure when it was said, it meant everyone except the people who made the Bob the Builder reboot. About a month ago, I made the mistake of asking people on Twitter what they thought the worst redesign of all time was, not realizing that it was home to the most passionate Bob the Builder fandom on the
Honestly though, Bob the Builder got ruined, like, completely. I remember watching it when I was a kid. It was okay, but the redesign is absolutely horrible. Like, I don't understand why they even redesign stuff anymore. Like, that's the main problem with redesigning. It always looks shit. Like, every redesign I think I've ever seen is only maybe a slight upgrade or completely bottom tier trash, and then they redesign. It gets so bad the more they do it.
entire planet, because I was spammed with an army of blue check marks copy-pasting the exact same tweet about Velma and April O'Neil, as if they're allowed to have an opinion on anything when they literally pay for Twitter, and the other half will
Honestly though, like, why would you pay for Twitter? Like, I like how it used to be, how you used to earn it. Like, basically, like a play button on YouTube, how you used to get big enough and then you could do it. But like, you just pay for it, which is so stupid. It means nothing now. It's now just like kind of an L thing to do because you paid for a blue check mark. Like, that's just sad.
on bots. And I don't want to talk about any of that weak shit, okay? I'm talking about how you can see the exact moment the guy who was designing Mega Man got divorced.
Like, this was the best redesign right here. Like, this was a peak redesign. Like, I can kind of understand this, I guess, to appeal more to kids. But, like, this one is just so much better. And then they completely covered in the trash, like, completely different art styles. Like, did they hire a completely different person or something? Like, it's so bad.
As I'm sure we all know, people historically really love change and have absolutely never freaked out and overreacted about things not looking exactly the same for the rest of time.
This show basically kicks Thundercats in the balls, and then it rips the balls off, and then it throws the balls on the ground after pissing on the balls.
Now, maybe I'm just used to it because, like, a lot of the stuff I grew up with wasn't as concerned with consistent character design as it was, like, harvesting all of my pocket money by selling toys. Like, you know, as a kid whose special interest...
Bro, dead ass. Like, Power Rangers when I was a kid was peak. Like, maybe when I was, like, maybe 5, 6, watching Power Rangers, Adventure Time, and all those type of shows, it was peak cartoon back then. Now they're trying to make it look too realistic or just redesigns that look this absolute dog shit, man. Like, they honestly need to chill out with the bad redesigns. Like, surely can someone have like a quality check on this? Like, who sees some of these and say, yeah, this is a good redesign? Like, they're just so bad a lot of the time.
Sinking thousands of my parents' savings into Bionicles. All of these guys went through like a new design every year with gradually fluctuating levels of elbows. So, you know, between being a Power Rangers fan...
I don't mind that though. Like, at least let's change it enough where it doesn't get boring, but they're not changing it so much that it just looks trash, man.
And my absent father, I kind of just got used to never being attached to anything. And now you get to experience what being on a first date with me is like, because I'm going to talk about Ben 10 for 30 minutes. There was not a...
Bro, Ben 10 was peak when I was growing up. The problem is they keep on redesigning it, and a lot of them, some of them were complete glow ups, some of them were awful. Like I was saying before, like, who quality check these stuff and say, yeah, this is a good idea, let me just bring this out. Like, its redesigns a lot of the time are so bad, and we're not even getting into logos,
single
man.
miss in the OG show, okay? Every single alien wouldn't be safe to eat because they're also fucking raw. And then, like, even when they did the sequel series, Alien Force, and changed the entire art style, I still think pretty much every redesign was a glow up, as long as we don't talk about Ripjaws. But then, when they made the fourth show, Omniverse, and changed the entire art style again, they suddenly decided that all of these fucking suck, actually, and went out of their way to redesign every...
Like, a lot of this one's better, but the one before was awful, man. But like, Ben 10 was still peak growing up, man. It was absolute peak. Like, I know a lot of people watch different type of shows, but my top 3, well, there was 5, like, probably 3, I don't remember now. But there was Ben 10. There was the Power Rangers, Adventure Time, and there was a couple other ones. They were the main ones, but like, they were so peak, man. But then it wouldn't surprise me if on here is just a redesign that completely makes it like shit.
every single alien in the entire series, and also retroactively canonized that all of them used to be butt-ass naked. Even the aliens that started out looking the same would show up with the most dogshit redesign of all time a few episodes later. Like, they knew that they couldn't possibly...
The main thing, the reason why they can get away with it is just like, kids don't care. I swear, they just don't have a single brain cells. Like, they're still learning to walk a lot of the time. They won't notice the difference, and I don't think they really care about the difference just sitting there watching it. The main reason is because they want try and make it look more kidified. Like every time, like way too bright colors, just looks so stupid. But in kids' eyes, it's peak show, man.
Top my
Peak.
goat Swampfire, so they dedicated an entire episode to turning him into complete shit. Like the ones that got the biggest upgrade were the ones that already looked like shit to begin with. Like when your alien starts out by looking like a red ball sack, the only place to go is up, really. But it wasn't the only show to redesign the whole cast in between seasons.
Bro, I hate shows that do that, like Joker, Batman, and Superman. They changed the cast way too much, but at least make the person look the same. Like the new Superman movie coming out looks so mid, man. Like I'm pretty sure he got so much hate, like the Minecraft movie, so they ended up changing some of the scenes and stuff. But like it just gets so bad. Definitely, they just need to find people that look the same, man. A lot of the Joker movies are so bad, man. Like they can't keep even remotely close style, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. Like it's so bad.
Like Jake Long, American Dragon, being another tragic victim of the Ozempic epidemic. You look at like the Mystery Incorporated Scooby-Doo gang compared to the series that came out 5 years later that looks like a family.
Jeez, where's it? That actually does look like Family Guy, man. I mean, watching as a kid, like a lot of these shows just get ruined, man.
Guy cutaway gag. And wait, before you pretend to go to the bathroom, let me just talk about Ninja Turtles, okay? TMNT's a series that's been around for a while, but hasn't had too many big changes, really. Like, they've had a lot of different versions, sure, but generally they keep to looking pretty much the same, like, 4 identical turtles who like...
Jeez, I remember watching this when I was young. And the worst one was the movie. I don't know what the movie's called, but shit was trash. Like, the movie ruined it completely. Like they made it too realistic. It's like with the old what's it called? I'm not sure, like one of these old movies that had to use CGI and try to make it look too realistic, and it ends up turning to trash.
And want to bang a human.
Do you sometimes wish that April was a turtle?
Oh, bro, I've been trying to talk her into an interspecies relationships for months now.
Like who let this air, man? That's just shit.
Until Nickelodeon did Rise of the TMNT, where they made the turtles actually
Like this kind of just looks bad, man. It looks like some like maybe like 13-year-old that's actually decent at art decided to draw it. Like it just like sure you could probably determine the detail between them now, but like it just doesn't look right. It looks too kidified.
distinct from one another for the first time ever, which caused absolutely no issues with the most tolerant fan base of all time.
Everybody hates me!
No, little dude. Honest.
Hold on. I hate him.
Same thing happened with the new movie they did, where these guys were losing their
Like I'm just
goddamn
not a big fan of these art styles, man.
minds over the fact that they made April O'Neil not as hot as she was in the original show, because apparently the only thing that makes good character design
Like it's just like too sketch drawn. It looks like if they got a manga, just chucked the same frames over and over again and just colored it in. Like it really doesn't look that good.
to these people is how easy it is to jack off to it, which like don't even look that bad when you look at like the Michael Bay ones that look like
This is what I'm talking about. This movie was trash,
Prey
man.
Halo Infinite, okay? Suddenly Raph looking like Sonic Boom Knuckles isn't that bad, alright? And oh yeah, remember that time they tried to redesign the entire main Sonic cast by drowning them in toilet paper and anabolic steroids? I love Tails, I love Amy, Sonic is also there too, but that Knuckles is not it, bro. And you know, they might not look
Honestly.
that different to any normal person watching, but you gotta understand, okay? These are Sonic fans we're talking.
Bro, oh bro, like imagine posting this, right? Like you're cooked if you actually do this because the scene, like that's the worst part of fan bases, man. They end up ruining the show. Like My Hero Academia, the worst fan base ever. Not a bad anime. Like it's the fan base ruins a lot of stuff.
Art that be blue.
It's not like shitty redesigns and cartoons are a new thing anyway. Like there was this 80s show called Captain N about a dude who teams up with a bunch of NES characters, where in every episode I feel like I'm on the top page of Pornhub because all I'm seeing is so much ass.
Simon Belmont, Kid Icarus, Mega
Oof,
Man?
that's bad.
You guys aren't real.
It's the exact same thing with like redesigned corporate logos, right? Where
Yeah,
for
man, they try to make it look too simple. Like they get into Word, choose a font, and write the bloody company name. That's it. Like it, just keep it how it used to be. Like actually have a picture and stuff like that. Like they ruin it. That's why I see a lot of companies. The best logos are around like 2000, 2010. But other than that, it just goes straight downhill.
For some reason, every couple decades, any company with a really successful and easily recognizable logo feels compelled to order this contractually mandated downgrade where they piss away literally
Actually, don't
millions
mind
of
that.
dollars to suck out all of the sauce until they look like a fucking accounting firm. Like, look at Petco, bro. They killed the
Like that actually made it look like shit. Like it's so much worse.
fucking dogs. Gap unironically hired some guy to open Microsoft Paint and then chuck the default font in a blue square in the corner, which cost them $100 million and then didn't even last a week before they changed.
How did that cost $100 million? I feel like anybody could make that. Like,
It's
so
back.
bad.
Sometimes it's for the best though. Like, you ever see what the old Ronald McDonald used to look like?
Okay, that is nightmare fuel. Like, imagine, like, you're a kid and you see this. Not the best look, to be truthfully honest. Not for the brand anyway.
And I'm not saying that simpler is bad every time, okay? Like, at least the aliens in the Ben 10 reboot are actually possible for 8-year-old kids to make fan art of, okay? Trying to work out how the fuck to draw Wildvine as a kid was definitely responsible for, like, half of my mental health issues. But as a 37-year-old balding depressed man, I'm old enough to have grown up
Honestly, I feel like The Simpsons is what a show should be. Like, you see the animation get better, and you see small design changes for the better, but they don't overdo it or underdo it. Like, they just do a really good job.
exclusively with all of those, like, creepy-ass British claymation shows.
There's a reason why it's one of, like, the top-tier shows.
That nowadays all have the exact same Cocomelon-ass art style. Where
That's the main problem. They try to make it look too kidified so it appeals to kids, and it completely destroys the fan base, man. Like, a lot of the time it makes it look worse. More color-based, more just flash-bangy. Like, it's just so much worse.
Sacrificed all of their aura to look like insurance mascots. Like, the new Bob the Builder looks like the before and after of taking 5
like,
years.
that's just tragic, man. Like, I can see why they changed it, but this looks like shit. But, like, I watched this one a little, I would say now, I'm growing up a little bit. This is a trash, but, like, this is just, like, Fent fuel, man. This man took Fent and then did this so to shoot. Like, it's so
Continuous
bad.
methamphetamine. But, like, I don't know, maybe these all just look weird to me because I'm a grown-ass man and these don't affect me in any way, you know? Maybe the Zoomers who grew up on these ones will think I'm a fucking idiot. Because I like the Skylanders Spyro more than the original.
Honestly, I feel like this picture, the original's better, to be truthfully honest. Like, I feel like it's better. This one looks like you just get hit by a hammer.
Since that's the one I blew my entire life savings on as a kid. And this is the one that looks weird to me, even though his head looks like it's been repeatedly caved in with a shovel. It's still a lot nicer than what Microsoft did to Conquer, okay? I'm always gonna prefer the midlife crisis Spider-Man face to Timu Tom Holland because that's...
I can't lie though. I prefer Tom Holland as a Spider-Man. He's such a better Spider-Man. Like, I feel like the Spider-Man movies got so much better with Tom Holland in it. Like, I understand the original Tobey Maguire ones are really good, but like, I feel like just Tom Holland suits the character a lot more, if that makes sense.
The one I sunk like 60 hours into. But then we look at movies, right? Which are doing the complete opposite, where for some reason, whenever they adapt literally anything with an already beloved design, they have to turn it into the most
CGI for you, like early CGI, like 2010 plus CGI, looks trash because they try to overdo it, and it just looks something like this, which is just so crappy. The main problem is to be able to pull off CGI properly, you need an insane budget, right? But like the problem is even then, like decent amount of chance, it just looks trash. It's the same thing with animes now doing 3D. Even the best 3D animes just look tragic. Like I understand in the future it's gonna be a lot better. But like right now, keep it to 2D, man. Until you get it completely goated, keep it 2D.
Complicated, unrecognizable homunculus. Like, you know, the American Godzilla taking the most iconic movie monster of all time and turning it into a T-Rex with bad posture, or basically any superhero costume from the 90s. Now, I bet you've been waiting for me to bring up the Sonic movie for like the 80th
Yeah, the Sonic movie was just bad. I'm happy they changed it, to be truthfully honest.
video in a row. But no, I'm gonna be nice this time, okay? Because you know
I feel like they did do a decent job in redesigning it though. I would say they do a really good job.
You know what I think is worse than that? Nothing. Fuck this shit. But easy second place goes to the Power Rangers movie. That Megazord looks like fucking ass. Why would you take...
They ruined it, man. I remember watching this when I was growing up. It used to look like this, but the new one just looks tragic, man. Keep it cartoony, please.
Peak designs of all time and then just turn it into a dude. Okay, this pasta tastes like shit because there's no goddamn sauce. The designers they get for the Disney live action remakes gotta have like the easiest job in the entire...
A lot of live action remakes, like the How to Train Your Dragon movie, it's either going to be really good or really shit. If they just copy and paste it, a lot of time with real creatures, it ends up being decently, but when it comes to How to Train Your Dragon, if they over detail it, it's going to look tragic. But if they kind of like put their own spin onto it, maybe change a bit here and there, I feel like it could turn out good.
Well, because all they have to do is like look up a PNG of an animal and then call it Sebastian. Look at what they did to my boy Flounder.
That's just
that
a
is
fish,
literally
man. That's an AI
just a
pictured
fish. This used to be a really big thing with superhero movies too, back when the Fox X-Men movies were terrified of primary colors and Galactus was a fart cloud. The first attempt at Deadpool showed everyone that...
Yeah, bro, that Deadpool got so much hate. Like, he had none of his funniness. He just regenerated, teleported, and had Wolverine claws. Like... What is that? It was so, like, shit on by the community.
Removing literally every single defining aspect of a character is surprisingly a really bad idea. There were a lot of choices made with the Jared Leto Joker, and not a
Yeah, bro, the Joker was tragic.
single one of them was good. And I think maybe the only consistent thing about the last couple phases of the MCU was them competing to see which redesign can be
Honestly, I don't understand the Iron Man going to Doom. Like, I don't know his real name, but I'm just going to call him Iron Man. Main problem is a lot of people stick with Marvel all the way through. Like, you still probably have some 40, 50-year-olds that like Marvel. And me, I've watched all the Iron Man movies a couple of times. Him being Doom makes no sense. Like, everybody will see him as Iron Man and stuff. Like, he should have just gotten a new cast. He should have just retired or have a couple spin off. Like, it makes no sense, man. Same as Thunderbolt. I'm pretty sure that tried to replace, like, the Avengers. And I'm pretty sure it kind of flopped completely shitly.
the biggest drop in quality. MODOK went from this to a guy. The leader went from Green Megamind to a guy. Gore went from like maybe one of the sickest villain designs of all time to a guy. I get like you can't just go completely comic accurate with some of these or that shit's gonna look goofy as fuck. Like I think every
Honestly.
Spider-Man movie's kind of crushed it with doing like a mix of their own thing while still being actually recognizable. Not you. Like even in Detective Pikachu,
That's the main thing. They gotta like change it a small amount, but keep the original factors in it.
where they basically kept everything exactly the same, still had to make everything overly detailed to the point that it like killed my childhood dream of wanting to be a trainer by making
Like that just looks creepy, man. Some kid will have nightmare movies. Like I bet a decent amount of kids, like I'm talking about like 5, 4, had nightmares just from this absolute unit.
me afraid of every Pokemon in the movie. Same shit with the Minecraft movie, okay? That first trailer dropping didn't give me the greatest first impression when Steve was wearing this weird fucked up V-neck thing for some reason.
I like when they get stuff like this get so much hate, they change it for the better though.
No, after watching the movie, like honestly, it wasn't that bad. Minecraft is like basically impossible.
With the Minecraft movie, I feel like the main thing they could have done to make it better is they should have like instead of changed the plot to where they have to kill the End Dragon, obviously, because the whole point of Minecraft technically, and like they should have actually made someone die. Like you know the actual effect, you know, when it's like gravel and it's all, like the actual red body stuff. They should have done that. It would have made it a lot more interesting, I'd say.
To translate to
The memes wouldn't have carried it so much.
live action without looking like a little cooked, so I think they honestly did like alright. They're all still kind of weird if you look at any of them for more than 2 seconds, but everything pretty much looks the same as the game, just with like the RTX filter turned on, which is actually still better than Sonic 06, where because they wanted people to take it seriously this time, they made the art direction more realistic, which basically amounted to just making everyone longer. And even with the game fighting for its life to mesh the aesthetics of
See,
like
the problem with 3D, it just looks so tragic, man.
disturbingly realistic people with giant talking cartoon animals, somehow no one got it as bad as Eggman.
Look at the top of his head.
But redesigns don't even have to be that radical of a change to piss people off, okay? Even
Yeah, a lot of fan bases, man. The smallest change ticks them off, even if it's for the better of like the actual show. People get pissed. That's one problem with fan bases, man. Like really big ones, I have the worst people. Like My Hero Academia, a decent show, not the one of the best, but it's a decent show. The fan base is cooked. Like it's bottom tier.
just changing the shoes on the sexy M&M mascots was enough to cause Tucker Carlson to have a mental breakdown on live TV.
The green M&M, you will notice, is no longer wearing sexy boots. Now she's wearing sensible sneakers. That's the goal. When you're totally turned off,
Like the actual nerve to have a big of this crash out on like television is nuts, man. Like I bet he got in so much trouble for this. Like there does have to be so down bad to say this.
dude, I want to jerk off! Fuck, I want to jerk off!
You really had to be there when the new Lola Bunny in Space Jam 2 dropped, okay? That shit was like 9/11 for the furry community.
Actually, I haven't watched Space Jam 2. I watched Space Jam 1 when I was like maybe 12. I haven't watched 2. Honestly, I feel like they made it look more cartoony-ish.
I don't know about you guys, but I like change, okay? Unless it's to like global tariffs and my hairline. And so, you know, I would rather a
Yeah, speaking of the Shrek movie again, oh, they got so much hate, man. Like, I kind of don't mind it. I think it's a little shit with the trailer they did. But, like, I feel like they could come back a little bit if they do a good plot. But, like, because they made it overly realistic and changed them to the worst, people hated it as much as the Sonic movie, I'm pretty sure.
completely dogshit redesign than everything just being exactly the same all the time, okay? The new How to Train Your Dragon and Stitch remakes are like borderline plagiarized, which is why they're both really
That's the thing, you gotta change it up a little bit. Like, you gotta put your own spin on it to make remakes or realistic live actions actually decent, man.
boring and definitely gonna make like $1 billion. The Donkey Kong in the new Mario Kart is a massive improvement for how he's looked for the last 5 console generations. Like, he looks like he's my friend now, and not like he's been holding back 25 years of unspoken knowledge about Cranky Kong's hard drive. One of the coolest things about The Legend of Zelda is that Link looks different in literally every game, and this man has never looked bad except that one time. My favorite example is always going to be the Transformers movies, even
I feel like they did a good job on their live action. I feel like they changed it enough where it actually looks decent.
though not a single one of these even remotely resembles the thing they're meant to be based on, and also single-handedly caused a mental health crisis for comic book artists. Unless we're talking about every single time they've tried to do Wheeljack, okay? Both the one from the third movie and the one that looks like a walking nerd emoji, because your character shouldn't be so ugly that I'm celebrating when he gets domed, okay? Something I used to love about Transformers was how much they would change shit every time they put out a new show. Like, it made all of these different parts of the franchise feel, like, really distinct and unique. So naturally, they've, like, gone and made everything look exactly the same for like the last 10 years. Like the series they just put out a couple years ago, Earthspark, that no one watched, has like some of the sick.
Like, it doesn't look too bad in that character, but the thing is, it looks like cartoony, like meant for kids almost. Like, that's the main problem. They make it too kidified, which completely ruins it.
This redesigns in the entire series
fire,
for like
though.
3 guys, and then the rest of the cast is still the exact same copy-pasted bullshit they've been putting out for the last 40 years.
And the main thing, what works on different, like 2D, will never work on 3D properly. Like, if you gotta change like formats, stuff like that, you actually gotta change what it looks like. Same with like quality. Like, if you changing image quality over time, you actually gotta change the thing a little bit. Like,
Okay, but in saying that, okay, so they did the show in the 90s called Beast Wars that doesn't have a single bad design, okay? Every single one of these are bangers except for whatever Gooner they got to do Black Arachnia.
You're not gonna quit on me now, Bowser. Not when I've had my nails done and everything.
Boobies.
Then, when the sequel to it, Beast Machines, they decided to make the entire cast of the show look like spindly sleep paralysis demons. I dare you to try and name me a worse redesign than literally any of these, okay? You can't, because there isn't any. Don't you dare say Ash from Pokemon, okay? At least he actually looks like a 10-year-old now. If you want to complain about anything in that show, it should be about him progressively starving Pikachu to death for 150 seasons. I mean, sometimes it's just about art style, man. Like, I'm always gonna think the classic Sonic designs are way better, except when they're in 3D, where they look like fucking dog shit. As a PSA for any 40-year-olds watching this, first of all, I don't know how you got here, and second, please just cover your ears for a moment, because I think that all of the designs for the new She-Ra are like 1,000,000 times better, because they actually look like different characters now, and not just the same person 15 times. Arcane was brave enough to ask the question, what if League of Legends designs were actually good? And Marvel Rivals just figured out that the secret to good character design is just to give everyone an ungodly amount of cake.
plus they decided to change it enough. Like, you can compare it to the actual thing. There's a decent amount of difference where it's kind of their own character, so they can actually still work properly as like a 2D 3-ish game, where it's not just like copy and paste on your keyboard, which is the main good thing about it.
Anyway, so yeah, that's about all I wanted to say. Thanks so much for watching, and I'm getting a second date, right?
Well, this is the end of this video. If you do enjoy videos like this, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what videos you want me to watch next, and that's me signing off.
Yeah,